I'm going to dip back and forth between comedy and horror because I love to do that. But you've talked a lot about how the British Office was influential for you when you saw that, and particularly Ricky Gervais's portrayal in that, David Brent. That was something that spoke to you.
Yes, although that that doesn't seem really hip to talk about anymore, right? That must have been an interview from.
I know, but I'm saying I'm trying to go back. I'm trying to go back a ways. But how, when you were getting into comedy, was that something that interested you at all, or no?
So yeah, I mean, look, that honestly, it's I have a Gervais. I'll be honest with you, Gervais has like a cringe factor these days.
Yes,
and I love him. He's a genius. Mm-hmm. And I
cringe factor because he's always trying to step over the line.
Well, yeah, something like that. But it's what we love about. I think it's like figuring out that he is more Brent than we realize,
Yeah. Which is his genius.
It's his genius. So he's an absolute genius. He knows this. I know him. And what I'd say about the Office, when that thing came out, mm-hmm. I thought it was the first thing that was able to play uncomfortable and awkward and play this entire new side of comedy, right, that I felt like was so cringy, mm-hmm. and welcome. Yeah. So I think it's like, to address his the master that is Gervais and Merchant, it's like cringe master generals. Yeah. And so as a horror fan, mm-hmm. They're goated in a certain way. Right. But I don't think it's like cool to be like, hey, let me talk about how cool Gervais is right now.
Well, that's what. First of all, this
no
is
shade
not a
on
cool.
Gervais.
This is not a cool podcast.
Well, look, I mean,
this is not. So you're free. I mean, we're not here to just talk about cool stuff because I'm here.
Well, that's the thing.
That's the saving grace.
Well, tell him how much you love Kevin Spacey.
Well,
just tell you. Okay.
Well, look,
what Spacey did.
I don't want you to fall for that.
Okay, I won't fall for it.
What I'm trying to say is,
and thank you for stopping me because he's always trying to get me in trouble.
This is what I have to say about the whole controversy that just happened. Mm-hmm. It feels weird to talk about someone like Gervais when I'm in the presence of you. Mm-hmm. And I'm not joking. It feels like, what are we even doing here? Right. Well, you don't like that? I'm calling you the GOAT. Like, it's like, why are we don't worry about what I said in 2009 about Gervais. You're here.
I like that.
But he's very uncomfortable with compliments.
Well, no, not from this man.
Oh,
no.
okay.
You like that?
I'm taking a day off of being uncomfortable around compliments.
Okay, cool.
You're right. I am the GOAT.
Well, okay.
Fuck everybody.
No, I don't like that.
Best you ever lived.
No, I don't.
Also a great painter and athlete.
No.
I did not mean to break Conan. This is not good. Look, you are.
I'm an amazing lover. I go all night long.
Well,
what happened to me? I blacked out and said shit, and then I woke up, and I just smell burning rubber, and I don't know what happened. I feel bad now.
We had, I feel like I've produced a film with you.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Because
do you feel that way?
Well, you and I had an interesting, and I don't know where this is going or what you're doing with this project.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I'm just going to say that I got this invitation to go to your office, and I didn't know anything about what was going to happen. Mm-hmm. And then you had this. It was absolutely fascinating. I think it was over 2 hours. You and I think you've done this with a bunch of other people. Yes. But you just presented me with a bunch of decks of cards, and I would select different cards that would lead us towards the making of a movie. Yeah. And so I'd pick you'd start out with genres, and I would just pick 3 genres, and you and I would talk about them.
We produced it together.
And this is your life. Your life is making films. That is your life now, and you're making these films, and you think about it, and you're clearly extremely gifted at it, and this is what you've been put here to do. And then there's me, and I'm just firing all these ideas at you about how we could make this movie.
Fun.
It was really fun.
So I'll give you a little.
Do you think we ever got close to making a movie together that could be made? Be honest.
Yes. Our premise was solid.
Okay.
And you were a big part of that. Now, wait, can I backtrack for just a second? And because this is something that these are a bunch of sessions I've been doing with people whom I admire. The Ryan Cooglers, the Paul Thomas Andersons of the world. Mm-hmm. I don't know what's going to happen of these, but they really are amazing at sort of like learning about how other creative people think about the filmmaking process.
Right. The
Daniels, some just incredible filmmakers, and then Conan.
Well done. You got to break it up every now and then. Every now and then it's like, this is this amazing French meal, vichyssoise, and, just perfectly baked, steaks and everything. And then every now and then you got to just have...
new perspective.
Yeah.
Fruit Loops.
Some Fruit Loops. Fruit Loops with a lot of almond milk.
And so the whole thing was we ended up, it's kind of like a D&D,
yes,
but making a movie.
Yeah.
And it's a fake movie. And we ended up making a Christmas movie, a Christmas movie.
Yeah, we ended up making a Christmas movie that I remember thinking at the time, I absolutely think this could be a Christmas movie.
Yeah, that's the fun
I think this could be a Christmas movie. And we're not, I don't want to get too much into it because we did record it. So you never know. This could be something. I don't know what you're doing with all this. It could be a movie.
Yeah, hey, but spoil away. I don't care.
Okay, well, we had... It was really fun. It was a lot of fun, and it was really fascinating because my thing is to just pitch. And I threw so many bad ideas at you, and my favorite part was watching the light go out of your eyes when I'd be going down a really bad road, and I'd see you go, okay. Conan. Maybe, and we really had to act like we're going to pitch this in a meeting with executives. So sometimes you'd say, just don't do that whole run in the meeting with the executives.
Yeah, that's right.
That was really fun.
We had to, and you had to talk some actors off of some ledges and stuff
because
like
that's part of the game. Is every now and then you'd say, okay, now it's time to pick a disaster. Like there's a there's a kerfuffle, there's a problem. So you'd splay out other cards because there are all these different decks of cards, and I'd pick one out, and it would say, your actor has lost his mind and run off set.
Who was the bad egg? Woody?
Woody Harrelson was causing us some problems. Yeah.
Anyway, it's
which just I think the minute you draw the Woody Harrelson card, he's going to be causing problems.
Trouble.
I mean, we were shooting on location, but you sent me in to deal with Woody a bunch of times.
To deal with Woody and his issues.
And then also Jen Aniston was part of because that was one of the cards we drew.
Right.
And I was not allowed to speak to her.
Well,
that's a wise choice.
As a producer, we made some early decisions.
That was really funny.
Choice.
I remember it. I was just not allowed to.
It's very real.
You were so good. I could see why you're very good at what you did because you were very gentle with me. But you were like, Jordan.
Look, I was legitimately honored. I just knew if I could mine, that gold.
Yeah.
In this way, we got.
Yeah. It's like, okay. And we had, I think also Charlize Theron is in there. And you were saying like, I'll talk to them.
I'll talk to them.
Now, why don't you go talk to Woody? Woody's in the trailer. Go hang out with Woody and I'll deal with the ladies. And I'm like, all right, okay.
Yeah.
I still don't understand why I can't have dinner with them.
But I mean, all just out from in the context of all of these sessions I've done, it's just, I mean, that one is just going to live forever for me. It's like, holy shit, I just got to movie improv with Conan. Basically,
that was fun.
It was cool.
It was really fun. We had a very good time. I wanted
Sorry to kill momentum with another compliment.
That's okay. He always fast forwards them or takes them out.
I take them right out. Yeah.